Oh, I hate this map. So a couple years ago, it was me, Sacky, and a lot of other people from my church. We went to this retreat. It was like a 3 day thing, and I usually go to it. I can't this year, but it like if you remember how Sacky is from other videos, he is just insane, and he will pretty much do anything that sounds funny to him. So like we had about 7 people in one room. It was a huge room, and he was kind of a ways away from me. He was on the other side of the room when we would sleep, and I was on the opposite side. And next to where I slept, there was a door, and I think it was the first night or one of the nights, we found out that it was a door to the next room where people were staying at. I have no idea if they were at the same thing that we were at, but so one night I think we were just hyper, and so here Sacky is like, we told him to open the door, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, and we heard people, so we thought it would be funny to open the door and say something, so why not have Sacky do it? Because he's the one that would do it. And so he was being really hyper and stupid, and this is when we were freshmen, by the way, so of course we would be this stupid. But he, the first thing he says, he opens the door a little bit, and then he says that he likes turtles, and the funniest accent ever. So then we thought it was pretty funny, and then, like, and by the way, like, since he was far away and it was pretty dark, he would walk, it looked like it was from Paranormal Activity, from my perspective, because he just, like, sat up, walked straight up and down, and straight to the door, and it was the scariest thing ever. And then he opened the door a little bit the first time, and it's just like, and we didn't hear anything from the other room because it was, he kind of said it quiet, so we told him to do it again, and of course he did, but this time he opened it more, and then he said in another funny accent to take your shirt off, and then and then he said he heard people, so he ran back, frightened from everyone. So then he like just hid in his bed, and then he's like, "I hear people," and then of course someone come and said, "Did someone go through the door?" And then there was someone on. We were in bunk beds, by the way, so someone was above me, and he's like, "Yeah, it was that faggot over there." And then the the guy that came through the door, he's just like, that was offensive. Good night." So then once he closed the door, we just busted out laughing. And that was one of the funniest things ever. Oh. And then last year, he went to a band trip in Florida, so he couldn't go. So I was the only guy that went because the rest of them graduated. So it was me and my adult supervisor. He was in my room too, since we were the only two guys from my parish. And we were with another town, and they're actually pretty far away from where I live, but those guys were hilarious. Like, I didn't feel like I fit in very well, but it didn't matter, cause I don't think so, but it was him, and like, he's funny, so he really let a lot of things go when we would say things. And there was another guy, he said that, well, the other guy was a musician for like the band that was there, So he was in our room too, and he was younger, maybe 20-ish, and he was a lot more serious. And he's like, I'm gonna go take a shower, and it was like midnight because we were waiting for him. So then we were waiting for him to get back, and then everyone was just fooling around and stuff. So then, like, we were saying a bunch of jokes about him too because he was taking forever. Like he was with a girl or something. And then he came in, and then, like, a lot of them were asking, so, how was the shower? And it was just asking a bunch of stupid questions like that. And he's like, okay, everyone, just go to bed. Shuts the lights off, goes in his bed. Some random guy, I don't know who it was, but he's like, you so weren't taking a shower. Or who takes 2-hour long showers? So then we all busted out laughing, and then he turns on the light and gives us a lecture about how it was rude or whatever. And oh, I can't remember that story as well as the first one, but just like whenever we go there, just something hilarious happens. But oh, I wish I could go this year, but I'll be in Chicago actually. I still kind of suck at this game.